What makes a great police officer in our organization is your ability to understand the human struggle. It is critically important when we meet people in their worst day or worst hour or worst minute of their lives to be at our best, to show empathy, care, and compassion, to help people with a hand up. We take all of the education and training that you bring to the table from day one, and then we further augment that, and you'll learn the Duluth way. It is a calling, and we like to think that we have the best and most dedicated officers.
For me, coming to Duluth was a great decision. It was a night and day job change. I went from going to simple ambulance calls to responding to everything you can think of in Duluth.
I think it really helps you grow as a police officer because you're exposed to so much, and there's a lot of stuff to think through, work on with your partners, so it makes work fun.
Probably the biggest deciding factor for me for Duluth was the opportunity to advance.
We have our own training unit. We have our own traffic unit. Violent crimes, which range from anything from homicides to suspicious death investigations.
Sex crimes, abuse and neglect.
Community policing officers that are assigned to neighborhoods.
Tactical response team.
If there's bomb threats or suspicious bags or packages, we will go check those out.
You like mountain biking? You can be a cop on a mountain bike.
When I applied for the HRA position, that was something that I found unique because it was dealing with these apartment complexes.
This year they posted for a canine spot, which I put in for, something I've always been interested in.
Duluth has an accredited fingerprint lab within the department. It's something that I would have never even thought of I'd be doing in my career.
There is legit something for everyone here to do. The other side of it is that there's more to life than just work. You know, and Duluth has a lot to offer.
I can be downtown 1 minute, the next minute I could be down in Park Point walking through sand.
Go from hunting white-tailed deer to come down to see 1,000-foot ships that are sailing all over the world. You don't realize how big they are until you stand right there and watch them go past you.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the city, from the tall ships to Fourth Fest.
Especially during the summertime, there's tons of concerts.
But then also sporting events.
There's such a vast variety of art and expression and hobbies and interests.
And when you see tourists from sometimes around the world, it kind of reminds you to just kind of stop and take in all our city has to offer.
We do a lot of community outreach, from officers volunteering at the soup kitchen to shop with the cop.
We stop by community club meetings and talk about what's going on in the community and what they should be aware of or what questions they might have.
The police department will hold events throughout the year to make the connections with community members.
Kids, Cops, Cars, an event that we put on every year with public safety partners.
They bring down different vehicles for the kids to look at, adults to look at. They can tour a command staff vehicle that TRT uses.
The inside of a squad car and how a car works, and the kids always want to go in the cage. That's the coolest part for them.
In the summer, we get to take kids out fishing.
It's a lot of fun, and it's another good opportunity for young kids to get to meet officers and spend some time with them.
Shake some hands, meet people that you haven't met before in your community.
People oftentimes only ever have encounters with the police in their worst moments of life. So to see us in a positive light like this, I think is really important.
It's putting a face, a human face, to the police department in these communities.
Community is our strength is kind of a tagline that I like to say. We look at the size of the city. It's 26 miles long and 7 miles wide, and it's nearly 90,000 people. We can't possibly keep the community safe just DPD. We need to have that co-production and those relationships with our citizens.
It's a good feeling when the community tries to reach out to us. It shows me that they trust us.
By and large, people just want to know who we are. They want to be able to say, well, yeah, I had an issue and I called Mike and we got it taken care of and everything was good.
Community policing to me is really a co-production of policing that happens between community members and our police officers that affords safety for all.
I'll be on a normal shift and I'll hear 3 to 4 times a day, even if I'm just at the gas station walking away, and they always say, hey, be safe out there.
It's an honor and a privilege to serve these people in this community. I want people who want to come here to make their lives better, to improve their quality of life, that are passionate about this work, that care about the people in this community, that will be there when there is their darkest day or moment in their life to help prop them up or give them a hand up and improve their lives. That's what makes a great police officer.